Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming to you from CB Smith Reserve, Moreland City up against Green Gully.
Check, testing 1.
decisions and instructions of the match officials, respect the rights, dignity and worth of every person, never ridicule or scold a player, not engage in the use of violence in any form, not engage in any form of verbal, physical or online bullying, not engage in discrimination, respect the facilities and equipment of all clubs and venues, report any instances of discrimination, comply with NP's conditions of entry, not carry, light or throw flares, relent to the field of play or its surrounds, and conduct themselves in a manner that enhances rather than injures the reputation and goodwill of FP. Any person who does not comply with the code, or causes contempt or attempts to cause, or is reasonably likely to cause a disturbance, may be evicted from the venue and banned from attending future matches.
Welcome all and welcome into Friday Night Lights, coming to you live from CB Smith Reserve, Moreland City, taking on Green Gully in round 14 of the NPL Victoria competition. My name is Simon Rathbone. Pleasure to have your company tonight wherever you're tuning in around Victoria or around Australia. Well, let's start with the hosts, Moreland City. The drought is broken, finally clinching their first points of their 2024 campaign. Didn't they do it in some style, hitting almost daylight robbery on the Denmark Thunder, a remarkable 2 goals inside the opening 4 minutes. Thunder barely adjusted their shin guards before the hosts had the 2-goal advantage. It was the Chilean Jose Sands, he grabbed a double, while goals Apai Akuno and Michael Sitsidis helping them to that 4-0 lead at half-time, a lead in which they were never going to squander. Well, 7 days, it's a long time in football. Heading into round 13, you thought Moreland City, their season might just be dead and buried, but here they are, potentially 90 minutes away from being just a single point behind the 13th place St Albans, who will take on Port Melbourne Sharks tomorrow. However, with the rain pouring down here at CB Smith Reserve, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Seeing their way, Green Gully found some forward midway through this season, unbeaten in their past 4. They managed to take a point away from the Melbourne Knights last time out. A couple of years they conceded 2 quick fire goals either side of the break. Stand on the barrel of a 3-1 scoreline before goals to Shifa Ahmed and Josh Hope brought them back on the level terms to walk away. The Knights staying with the point. And underway in round 14, Moreland City playing host to Green Gully. Green Gully quickly out on the attack on that right-hand side. Shifa Ahmed's goals in consecutive games now. The youngster. Regular time for Green Gully. Rain has picked up considerably. Prior to kick-off. Slippery conditions for both teams. Moreland City, they're certainly in some goal-scoring form after struggling to find the back of the net to start the season. A goal in their past 7 consecutive matches. Green Gully, who on their day have shown they can be a real attacking threat. This is a game in which goals are going to flow. We continue to enjoy the bulk of possession in the opening minute. Chiama. Yanucci. Some nice touches. Finding himself in the team of the week from last week's performance, Gianluca Yanucci. No doubt he'll play a prevalent role for them this evening. Later kick-off than usual, 8:30. Hope. Eventually Moreland win back possession and waste little time in working it forward. Trying to pick out the run of Akuno. Kicked off there by Green Gully, who continue the norm. Moreland City unchanged, no surprises after their first victory of the season last week. Goals, Alex Pondalian, Eli Kifley, Michael Sitsidis, Corey Thomas, Matt Spall. Ball played forward, chasing it down, Canatelli. Heavy touch and for a goal kick. Dean Waters, Diego Cuba in the midfield, with Canatelli, Jose Sands, and Apai Akuno. For the visitors, new man in between the sticks, Reef Murphy. His opportunity with Liam Driscoll unavailable for tonight's game. He'll be back in action as expected next week. Right back, Justice Materi, Taylor Shrivers, Jalil Regaig making up the central defence. And Jake Chiama on the left back position. In the midfield, Jamie Latham, joined by last week's goal scorer Josh Hope and Luca Tavir. And then up front, Mo Adams scored the opening goal for Green Gully last week. He's joined by Chifa Ahmed and Gianluca Iannucci playing in that attacking midfield role. Here is Iannucci threading the ball through. Ahmed sets chase, and once again, a carbon copy of what transcribed down the other end of the pitch. The ball played ahead too heavily, and the goal kick issues. Allowed the time and space to bring it to ground. Green Gully win it back through midfield. Skips free of Jurkic. Running out of real estate. Chancey on the far side. Ahmed was a little bit slow out of the gates. Unable to track it down. Adam spills out for a Moreland throw. Hope pokes it along. Regains the ball at his feet. Has options to his right. Ahmed, early chance on goal, brings it onto his left foot. Drags it wide. First real attacking chance for Green Gully. Had the bulk of the possession inside the opening 5 minutes. Green Gully did in fact dominate possession for large periods of that game against the Knights last week. It's only real that opening 5 or 10 minutes coming out of the break. Saw them concede those 2 goals almost out of nothing. Did well to bring themselves back to a 3-3 scoreline to come away with the point. Started that first half extremely brightly, just like they've done this evening, which has been important. Moreland has scored 4 goals inside the opening 15 minutes in their past 3 matches. The habit of starting quickly. Hope. Ahmed. Heavily involved early, opts to play it back. Ball driven in. Chiama. Tavir. On his right foot. Ladders into Thomas, and Kano now the other way. So Moreland City, they deserved last week's win. They've been battling away all season. Been also close on many occasions. Suffering a number of 1-0 defeats early in the season, and on a number of occasions it looked as though they'd come away with a point or perhaps a win, only for late goals conceded to spoil the party. After having that strong 4-0 lead at half-time, while they might have been guilty of letting some leads slide, they were never going to lose from that position. Imagine playing with an extra pre-game. A win tonight, 1 point away from St Albans in 13th. Shows how quickly things can change in the game of football. With the path of Shifa Ahmed. Sharma. Adam goes back to Regeg. Green Gully just setting up shop in the Moreland half. Movement in this Moreland midfield so far. Playing with fire. Should they allow Green Gully to continue to press forward like they are right now? Latham. Green Gully content to knock it around, waiting for their opening. Latham plays it forward. Ahmed couldn't bring it under control. Rain getting considerably heavier. CB Smith reserve. Long ball played forward. Hope. Shadow on that far side with the heavy rain. Both teams taking a collective breather as we hit the 10-minute mark. As I touched on, Green Gully, they're unbeaten their past four. They beat Avondale, Ballarat City in the Australia Cup. Strong 4-0 win over St Albans. And last week's 3-3 draw with the Melbourne Knights at Knight Stadium. Will they perhaps spoil the party of this Moreland revival? Veer trying to pick out Latham. Product. Acrobatic there. Camatelli. High jumping over his opposite number. Possession. Thomas winning possession, shy of halfway. Sands. 2 goals on the side of penalty last week, but Couldn't have the favour return there by Apai Okuno. Gucci persisting with these long balls. Skidding on the wet surface. Eventually pulls up to Veer. Drives in. Sticking out a boot crucially before Matt's ball came to his aid. Chiama. Latham, Severe. Across the face, sliding under the boot there of Ahmed. Again, Moreland only retaining possession momentarily. Trapped in their own half. Still no way through as of yet for Green Gully. Tavir, long range effort. Easy pickings for Pavilion. Forward, threading it forward. Ahmed beaten to it. Crucially, Sitsiners getting back in cover. He nabbed a goal last week, but coming up with the big defensive duties right there for Moreland City. First corner coming up for Green Gully. It's not a bad one. Not dealt with conventionally by Sitsiners. Back corners now for Green Gully. Nucci trots from one side of the pitch to the other. Jerseys floating in and around the edge of the box. They look to make their run now. Nucci, far post. It's a good ball in. And dealt with in style. Green Gully go ahead, 1-0. Well, they set up shop in Moreland's half. Came away with the sweets. Easily dispatched at the far post. It was a good ball in by Yanucci. Not dealt with by Moreland City.
Goal for Green Gully SC, Moreland City 0, Green Gully 1.
Shif Ahmed, his goal scoring form continues. 3 goals in 3 games. After never scoring a senior goal just a couple of weeks ago. Quite the knack of finding the back of the net in the NPL Victoria men's competition. Once again giving away the football. I feel as though Green Gully, they deserve that goal. Had the better of the running to start this first half. It's not exactly the start you expect to see from Moreland after last week's performance, their strong start in that contest. Haven't been able to retain possession as of yet. Here's Green Gully on the attack. Tavir. Insult to injury. Resets through Chiama. Pinballing around the midfield. Drivers comes to collect. Adam. Gets through to Canatelli. Canatelli winning the battle this time round, but Green Gully win the throw in. First Green Gully goal. Luca Iannucci putting it on a platter. Sheikh Ahmed timing his run to perfection at that far post. Simplest of finishes. Once again, more danger down this right-hand side. Ahmed, the goal scorer, trying to wriggle free. Hifley coming again for a second bite of the cherry. Shivers, 7-year-old. Such a consistent performance for Green Gully. 26 appearances last season. So reliable at the back. The likes of Chiama, 22 years of age. Left-hand side. See Chiama tracking back to win the ball. Legally so. Play allowed to continue, in fact. Cuba trying to inject himself into the contest. Who knows? Playing forward, Canatelli had the assist for their first goal last week. Played into his own player, hand down by the side, no handball given. Rise from the Moreland attackers. A bit of friendly fire there from the Green Gully defence as they look to clear the danger. It does present us an opportunity for Moreland to hit back with a goal of their own. As Green Gully scored from the corner a few minutes ago, a chance for Moreland to reply with one of their own. Sent in, not dealt with there by Shivers, eventually chipped clear, unconvincingly so. The bad ball in, couldn't find a man running on that far post. Small little push for his troubles as well. Roy Thomas wearing the captain's armband for Moreland this evening. Cuba. Telly looking for it. Spiteri happy to watch that go out for a goal kick. On the pre-game, no Liam Driscoll for Green Gully this evening. Leif Murfitt getting his opportunity in goal. As he lines this kick, sends it long off the left boot. Not a bad one at that. Adam fighting for it. Quickly sent back the other way in the direction of Ahmed, but it'll be a Moreland throw. Hope stripping Moreland of possession and going forward with ease. Cincinnati went to ground and Green Gully win a corner. Put that down to Josh Hope, wriggling free down that right-hand side. 26-year-old already 4 goals for his name this season after having 7 goals in 25 appearances last year, so well and truly on track to improve on last year's output. Workhorse through the midfield, Josh Hope. Chance now. Iannucci. Ball sent in. Across the face. Shrivers. Second time of asking. Tries the bicycle acrobatic. Little slip almost opening the door here. Sands. And now all of a sudden, Moreland City on the counter. Jose Sands. 2 goals last week. Sends it off to a teammate back in his direction. A little bit too much Mayo put on the pass. Chilean had to go and try and keep it field of play. Rekic.
Oh, what a
Threads it
pass!
through. Cuba. Sands. Driven hard across the face. Now it's Green Gully's chance to counter. Adam and Ahmed combining once again. Adam floating up on that right-hand side. Tried to thread it through there for Josh Hope. Intercepted by Sitsidis. Spall. Goes for a little slide, but couldn't bring the ball under control. Just that pass back to Jose Sands. They had them done for numbers. Chilean flying forward. Good goal scoring form the past month or so. It was a slow start to his career at Moreland. What we're seeing so far inside the opening 23 minutes, with opportunities on the counter-attack. The Golden from Moreland to try and get themselves back into this contest, down 1-0. That earlier Shifa Ahmed goal. Hit the turf trying to bring the ball under control. Pleading his case. That's ball just redoing the laces. Conveniently right in the path of Gianluca Iannucci, slowing things down perhaps. That's Ball's first rodeo. Iannucci sends it high up into the Moreland sky. Mopped up there by Hope. Tavir.
I've got a super glue.
Wrestling there with Jokic. Getting a throw for Green Gully. Just going over the fence, they're just waiting for the reinforcement ball to arrive. Slowly making its way down as both teams take a breather as we reach the 25-minute mark. 20 minutes remaining in this first half. The first half, the Green Gully had all the running, you'd have to say. Might have expected Moreland City to come out with a bang following last week's win after a strong start, but Green Gully quick to dash with hopes. Moreland having it all their way tonight. Happy to knock it around, patient in possession, cashing in from that Gianluca Iannucci corner. Just joining us, Moreland unchanged after that 4-0 win last week. Green Gully just the one change, Reece Murfitt the goals in the place of Liam Driscoll. Troops forward before launching long into the skies. Sent back the other way. Green Gully try and win it through the midfield. Played forward, Adam in chase. Trying to shepherd it there. Condolian and somewhat of a meal of it. Actually cleared their lines. First year in Green Gully colours. Running end to end in that midfield for Green Gully. Tavir trying to finds one in Adam. That's Ball once again finding himself on the turf. Picked off. Telly almost coming away with the goods from Moreland right there. Somewhat of a wayward pass. Waters. Moreland desperate just to have some time in possession. Green Gully pressing high up the pitch, applying the pressure. Sands, chase it down. Be big for the push. Thought momentarily he wanted side a corner. Just applying the pressure on Jalil Regay. Pushing the centre back to stumble and kick the ball out of play. Illegally so, according to the referee. Travis Natis out in the middle. Assisted by Leo. Being Noah Langerak. He's worked hard at the midfield in that second attacking role, for making the run or applying the pressure to no reward. As we saw last week, just putting himself in the right place at the right time for that penalty that he earned for his side. Just chasing down a stray back pass, got caught by the goalkeeper for Ahayapuno. Converted from the penalty spot. 1% of players expect is Cuba. Lined up onto that left foot. Jurgic floats it. Latham, okay. Hope making that run once again. Brought to ground. Josh Hope has been making those runs consistently throughout the first 30 minutes of this first half. He was rewarded last week, latching on to the end of a Gianluca Iannucci through ball, getting past the goalkeeper, came off the woodwork, he followed it up, put it into the back of the net to put his side back level. Just keeping Eli Kifley honest in that left back position. Ball sent in. Green and white shirts flooding forward. Regay trying his hand as an attacking left winger. Not sure he showed enough in the audition tape for Stephen Davies to move him out of that central role. And eventually back he goes. Adam thought about unleashing on the left foot, on the right foot I should say. Little 1-2, wrestling for it, seized upon and now brought back. Plenty of green and white jerseys in front of him. Eventually Kifley Having to go back the other way, but now it's poached by Adam. Ahmed trying to bring it under control. Sitsidis slid in well. Now Moreland on the break. Playing it forward. Cries for offside, none coming. Numbers making their way into the box. Unconvincing, falls kindly for Akuno. Well, they did it the hard way. Took 3 rights instead of turning left, but eventually Green Gully clear. Tavir thought he had more time on his hands before Matt Spall was coming through, and once again, Spall hits the deck as he was fouled. Luca Tavir just realising he might have lacked a little bit of urgency bringing that ball under control and had his pocket picked by Matt Spall. 24-year-old showing a bit more urgency on that occasion. He wins his side a free kick in a dangerous position. As we saw from that Green Gully goal, with such heavy rain, these set pieces are going to be oh so crucial for both teams. Whipped in. Yanucci chests it forward. I'm going to say handball. Yellow card shown. Gianluca Yanucci picked up a yellow last week and once again finds himself in the book after contesting that handball challenge. Now Cuba, see whether he sets his sights for goal or looks to find a teammate. Goes for goal and it's dipping, but over the crossbar it goes. Moreland just having their first real look at goal in the past minute. Almost fell kindly there for Apai Akuno. Just couldn't bring it under his feet. Diego Cuba fancying his chances from distance. Just couldn't quite get the dip on it that he required. Murphy still yet to be tested in this first half. Play it up to this left wing. Canatelli. Skips free. Ball in and straight to the chest in the breadbasket of Reef Murphy. Canatelli had the assist for that Jose Sands goal. Kick-started the goal-scoring spree for Moreland last week. Sitsidis pins the ears back, gets himself up just shy of halfway, puts in a well-weighted ball for Spall. Down this right-hand side, crosses it. Akuno couldn't bring it under control and falls kindly for Jay Chiyama. Hope turns with open pasture in front of him. Ahmed down this right-hand side once again. Green Gully flooding forward. Played forward, Latham fancies his chances and away it goes. The rain well and truly pouring down now. Condoli and sends long. Little slip. Spall ricochets. Corner one there by Moreland. Cuba set to deliver here for Moreland. teams just sorting themselves out in the box before Diego Cuba to deliver here for Moreland City. In from the corner, the near post, headed across the face of goal. How has it not found the back of the net? Justin Spiteri on the far post, planting himself between Apai Akuno and the back of the net. Moreland City left scratching their heads, how they haven't found themselves level. They do, however, win a corner. Green Gully not out of the woods just yet. Referee's just having words. Yellow card shown. So it looks as though someone from the Green Gully coaching staff can't quite make out who it is amongst the heavy rain. So while proceedings were halted momentarily, Cuba whips it in. Not dealt with there by Murfitt. Falls kindly. Waters places it. Just evades the top right corner. Well, it fell into the lap of Dean Waters. He went for placement over power. Reef Murfitt can breathe a sigh of relief. Well, it just trickled out for the central midfielder. And it looked destined for that top right corner. Green Gully survive. Just over 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Could have been very well been 1-1. Moreland just coming to life in the past 5 or 10 minutes or so. Picked out that midfield. Tries for offside as Hope. Heavy touch. Flag wasn't raised. Potentially that was a golden opportunity that's just gone begging. Almost couldn't believe his luck at how it just opened up for him. A somewhat simple pass up through the midfield. Given away. Akuno. 1-2. Spall. Skipping past Chiama once again. Still going. Spall. Plays it forward. A chance here. Sands. Brought to ground. Cries for a penalty. Just as he did last week. It's the Chilean Jose Sands. Wins a penalty for his side. Moreland on the brink of being brought back to life. It'll be Apai Akuno with the penalty duties. Scored 2 penalties from the spot in recent weeks. Found the back of the net last week. It was the lovely run from Matt Spall. We've seen him outcompete his opposition a number of times, winning the ball, hitting the deck on a number of occasions. Just skipped free of not 1, not 2, but 3 Green Gully defenders. Played the ball forward for Jose Sands. And now a chance, Apai Akuno.
You gotta have mercy. You're not recording. Hold on, I'm not gonna waste my freaking whatever it is.
We lie in wait and a real chance and a test for Reef Murfitt in between the sticks for Green Gully. Apai Akuno for Moreland City, and he finds the bottom right corner. And Moreland City refuse to die. The sliding celebration in style. They refuse to go away this side. 1-1, Apai Akuno keeps the good times rolling for Moreland City.
Goal for Moreland City FC, number 11, Apai Akuno.
Well,
1-1.
in a carbon copy of last week, Jose Sands, he won the penalty. Apai Akuno applied the finishing touch. We've seen those knee slides go horribly wrong right across world football, but with the slippery conditions here at CB Smith Reserve, Apai Akuno saw his window of opportunity and iced the celebration perfectly, much to the delight of the home fans. So 1-1 the score. Shifa Ahmed's earlier goal cancelled out. Apai Okuno scoring for Moreland City. Just touched on that they'd been quite the improved side over the past 10 minutes after what was a sluggish start. And right before the break, back on level terms, back to the drawing board for Green Gully. So neither side scoring from open play. Green Gully opening the scoring from a corner. Moreland City scoring from the spot. And in a season where things haven't quite gone your way, converting those kind of opportunities play a big role in whether you stay up in the top flight next season or not. Let's not forget, should Moreland dare to dream of taking away the full 3 points, should they find another goal, they'll be only 1 point behind St Albans. St Albans to play Port Melbourne tomorrow. After struggling to find points all season, even a draw, you'd have to imagine Moreland City wouldn't be crinkling their noses at any time soon. Cries for a handball, none coming. All of a sudden, Green Gully just wanting to get back into the halftime sheds. Okay, down in back play, just copping a knock there from Okuno, who applied the pressure. Adam has been well controlled so far in this first half. Jurkic winning the battle as Condolian clears. Just saw that ball skid across the surface. A little heart and mouth moment momentarily for Reef Murfitt. Despite guessing the right way, couldn't do much about Apai Okuno's corner, penalty I should say. Driving it into the bottom right corner. Two minutes of added time in the second half. Ball evades Chiama, and once again Spall, time and space. Looking to pick a target, goes himself. Well, it just fell kindly there for Matt Spall. I'm not sure whether he was going for goal or trying to pick out a teammate, just flashed it across the face of goal. Almost worked himself into a position where he could have gone for the shot. Big section of the Murfitt goal to aim at. Instead, goes across the face of goal, and goal kick coming up for Green Gully. I believe Apai Okuno might have picked up a yellow card during proceedings. I have to imagine it'd be for back chat to the referee. Sands pouncing on it. Moreland, wind in their sails to finish this first half. Jose Sands put out for a corner by Minucci. And after dominating much of the proceedings in this first half, it's Moreland who have sprung to life in the final 15 minutes. Turning the screws on this Green Gully defence. Showed last week they can be vulnerable to lapses in concentration defensively either side of the break. Could lightning strike twice perhaps? Canatelli makes an option short, sent in, punched away. That was the dress rehearsal, and Diego Cuba gets to go again. It could be one of the final acts of this first half. Cuba. And the first half comes to an end. An exciting one at that. Scoreline reads 1 goal apiece. Shifa Ahmed opening the scoring for Green Gully off a Yanucci corner. For Apai Okuno. Scored from the spot to make it 1 goal apiece heading into the sheds. We'll take a short break ourselves. We'll be back with all the second half action. Second half action gets underway here at CB Smith Reserve. Moreland City in a battle up against Green Gully. What a pivotal second 45 minutes this could be for Moreland City's season. Having brought a glimmer of hope to their 2024 campaign with last week's win, they will be desperate to come away with the full 3 points and put themselves back in contention to get themselves out of the relegation battle. Green Gully, they started this contest brightly. They opened the scoring. Shifa Ahmed making it 3 goals in 3 games before Apai Akuno scoring from the spot to draw the hosts level with the rain pouring down. Moreland, they were sluggish to get out of the gates in that opening 20 minutes or so, but they really sprung to life towards the latter stages, that first 45. Green Gully in the end almost thankful that the half-time whistle was sounded. They're on the ropes there with a number of chances falling the way as Akuno looked to launch one back into the box. Green Gully forced to concede the corner. So after barely having a shot on goal for half an hour in that first half, Moreland City picking right up where they left off. Thomas with the late run on the edge of the box. It's a wobbly old delivery from Diego Cuba. Go back and do it again. Moreland, of course, made it 8 games. They've been able to find the back of the net. For struggling in the early stages, they've sprung to life in goal-scoring form. Flicked on and over the crossbar it goes. Goal kick coming the way of Murfitt. Only the 3 meetings between these teams in the top flight. Their first meeting dating all the way back to 2018. With their most recent meetings coming last year, of course. Green Gully dominant 6-2 winners before their last encounter was a 1-1 draw, funnily enough, here at CB Smith Reserve last season. Almost fell kindly there for Akuno. Chiama mopping up at the back for Green Gully, but gives away the ball for a Moreland throw. As for their meetings this season, they met all the way back in round 1. Green Gully opening their account, picking up the 1-0 win. Cavaliers going ahead thanks to a goal from Luca Tavir. Josh Hope, he was sent off in that game, received back-to-back yellows as he's got the ball at his feet right here, poked free there by Jurkic. Hope sets chase. Still trying to track it down before Condolian sends it high up into the sky. The rain is subdued somewhat. It was pouring down over the break and towards the back end that first half. Slippery conditions for both teams. Both goals not coming from open field of play. You see the ball just skimming across the water as Ahmed looks to put a move there on Kifley. Ahmed tries to win it back. Latham beaten to it, sliding in. Sands, and miscued pass. Couldn't link up with the Chilean. So only 4 meetings in total between these teams. They would love to grab the bragging rights here this evening. Still so much football to be played, so many twists and turns around the corner perhaps. It was this 5 or 10 minute period after half-time that cost Green Gully last week against the Melbourne Knights. 2 goals conceded in the matter of minutes coming out of the break. They'll be desperate to rectify that situation, not allow Moreland to get a jump on them. Their first real attacking opportunity coming in the form of a set piece. Yanucci. Far post, open header! And side netting. Brigade had all the time in the world to put that ball into the net. The towering centre-back couldn't apply the final finish. What a missed opportunity that may just prove to be for Green Gully. Once again, Iannucci putting that ball in the perfect spot for his runners, charging in at the far post, I should say, just like Ahmed did for their first goal. This time it was the centre-back couldn't rectify Ahmed's, or replicate, I should say, Ahmed's efforts. Regagi scored in that 4-0 win over St Albans a fortnight ago from similar position. He's a dangerous proposition on set pieces. He showed it right there. He muscled his way into the good position. Contact is Chiama. And he's going to be brandished the yellow card. Former Western United and Melbourne City product heads into the book. First yellow card of the second half. We've seen a number of players being quite willing to hit the ground, go sliding in for challenges given the slippery nature of the surface. Just have to be careful not to clip the legs of opposition. Certainly ill discipline has been something that's come back to haunt Moreland across their 2024 campaign on a number of occasions. Just silly challenges, bringing them down to 10 or 9 men perhaps. Very hard for their side to try and come away with the points. Already seen a number of players put into the book for dissent in that first half. Joe Chiama, the latest guilty party. So Diego Cuba, formerly of Eastern Suburbs, stands over this free kick. Try and whip it in. Didn't quite have enough purchase. Ahmed tried to pinch it. Eventually tunnel ball through everyone, and Kifley hands it back to Condolian. Condolian has come up from the NPL2 with the side. Been a regular mainstay between the sticks for Moreland City. Chipped forward. Kuno almost heading it into his path, but Murphy comes out to collect. So no Liam Driscoll for Green Gully tonight. He'll be back in action next week. For now, Reef Murphy in between the sticks. If you are just joining us, you missed the first half action. Moreland City unchanged after last week's win, while just the one change for Green Gully, that goalkeeper swap. Green Gully, they've persisted with those long balls. We saw them pepper them in the first half. Going to get in behind the Moreland defensive line. Sitsidis and Thomas have to be on their toes to track back any danger. Thread straight into the path. A chance here for Adam. And Condolian comes up with a huge save. Once again, Green Gully scratching their heads. We'll just sat up in a puddle of water. Mo Adam almost couldn't believe his luck. He's been kept quiet tonight. And he won't get a better opportunity than that. He had time and space to kill. And Alex Condolian, a massive save for the home side. Latham. Condolian this time marks it on the chest. Kifley. Cuba. Chiama trying to pick out the run. Tavir threads it forward. Hope left it behind him momentarily, brings it onto his left foot, trying to find his right, couldn't do so. And that heavy rain now playing quite a role in this second half already. See water spraying as players hitting the deck for fun. Sliding around, it's a slip and slide at CB's Smith reserve. You almost have to apply extra mayo to your passes if they're along the turf. You could just see that ball that was intended for umpire Kuno just dying amongst the rain-laden turf. Latham. Yanucci. Chiama opting to go the aerial route this time. Tavir shrugs free of the defence. Gets past the sliding challenge. He's got numbers in the box. Plenty to pick from. Finds Hope. Brings it under control and brought in a sliding tackle. Had to be strong. Had to be brave. And was, and now brought back the other way. There are players sliding all around. Well, it's certainly making for an entertaining spectacle. So with the rain having ease, it's slippery conditions for both teams. You can make the most of the conditions to their advantage. Intercepted there by Jurkic. Thomas. Pinch in the midfield. Hope. Adam. Tried to return the favour across the face of goal. Coming off a Moreland defender, and it'll be a Green Gully throw, corner I should say. Flag eventually raised, however, so it will be a Moreland City free kick. Nicely put into the path of Latham. Ahmed. Hope. Allowed it to play through. Heavy puddle sliding in. Moreland, afraid to be physical. Just got to be careful not to get them wrong. Chiama. Swarmed upon by Moreland City shirts. To pin the ears back. Chiama quickly upon him. Green Gully pressure, winning their side of throw. Just given the chances we've seen inside the opening 15 minutes this second half, you can't imagine the scoreline will be reading 1-0, one goal each at the conclusion of this match. Both teams going full throttle at it. End to end. Numbers now pouring forward for Moreland. Canatelli. Lovely work. Sands tries to pick out the far right corner. Looking to almost poke it the outside of his right boot instead of curling it. And as a result, the ball continued to spray wide. It was nice work there by Canatelli. Just offering some advice for his striker. I'm saying perhaps he could have curled that one into the top right corner. Just couldn't quite get his feet sorted enough in time. First real chance for Moreland. Nice work there from Canatelli. Ahmed trying to bring it under control. Heads into no man's land. for it. Offside. It's a crucial little period, this for Moreland. They're eager to come away with points this evening. They don't have the easiest of runs in the next couple of weeks. They've got South Melbourne next week, followed by Avondale and then Port Melbourne. So all sides that featured in the finals last year. As a substitution made, Chiama making way for Green Gully. Such tough opposition, of course. South Melbourne, Avondale at the pointy end of the table. Any points they can come away with tonight will be worth their weight in gold. Green Gully break. Numbers pouring forward. Ahmed, the ball just sitting in that puddle. And now Kuno back the other way. Trying to get past Spiteri. Feeds in the path. Canatoli brought to ground, muscled down. End to end, but the wayward pass picked off there by Waters. Quickly sends it back the other way. Sands on the right foot. Falls Cuba. Sets his sight on goal. Wobbling around, but evading the goal posts. As Murphy watched it go out of play. Promising there from Moreland. Delabor Makovic onto the pitch for Green Gully, number 3. Join his team in trying to defend this corner. Numbers crowding in and around goal. Almost falls here for Sands. He's taken off his boot. Waters winding back up. Cleared only momentarily. Cuba wastes little time in sending it back the other way. Comes in his direction. Seen plenty of it in the second half. Whips it in, running at the back post. Green Gully up to the task defensively. Ball pinballing around. And eventually some momentary relief for Green Gully. All the way back to the goalkeeper and they reset. Played free there by Yanucci. Heavy touch, almost inviting Ahmed, just a little bit slow to it. Spiteri wasn't pouncing for it and advancing forward, calling for it once again. Head out to this left-hand side instead. Eventually Yanucci closed down. Shrivers. Just as we saw in the first half, Green Gully slowing things down, just knocking the ball about. Enjoying some passages of possession. Coming in there, Thomas came in illegally, so he picks up a yellow card. So 2 yellow cards apiece for each side. So as we've seen in the second half, with the amount of rain that's fallen on CB Smith Reserve, both teams have to be clinical from these free kick opportunities. Sent in with some purchase, so much so that evades everyone. It's the goal kick for Condolian. currently with 10 NPL Victoria clean sheets to his name. Picking up his first for the campaign last week in that 4-0 win. Came up with a fine save to deny Mo Adam to start this second half. It was a wayward back pass that sat up in the turf. 23-year-old couldn't capitalise for Green Gully. The time to pick his spot, Condolian came out, made himself large. This game still precariously poised at 1 goal apiece. Just how crucial could that moment be as a substitution about to be made once again for Green Gully. Jamie Latham given a rest. Thierry Iridakunda going to be injected into the contest. 24-year-old comes on in place of Latham. Some fresh legs through the middle of the field. Ricochets off Adam. Keeper called for it. Sands tried the spectacular. Could almost fall kindly there for Meccano, but in the end, Ross Reggae headed it back into the chest of Murfitt. So Murfitt did call for it. Reggae couldn't help himself and didn't deal with it convincingly as Sands climbed in. He copped a boot to the head there. Fortunately back to his feet. Canatelli couldn't squeeze it through the legs of Spiteri. Drivers chips it almost delicately onto the green. Hope couldn't bring it under control. Waters sends it back the other way. Game picking up in pace. Akuno, Cuba. In the race to the ball, Markovic. And now Moreland make a substitution of their own. So Marco Canatelli is the player to make way. Some nice moments. Fletcher Fulton enters the fray, their leading goal scorer from last season. Finds himself on the bench past fortnight. Quite a handy player to bring in off the substitutions bench. So a long throw. Gaig sends it back where it came from. Not cleared. Fresh legs. Fulton took the shot, spilt there by Murfitt, who then kicks the ball away. Sends it onto the neighbouring pitch. We'll see whether Murfitt will pick up a yellow card for that or not. Seems as though he's escaped the book. There you go, Fletcher Fulton wasting a little time and having his impact, causing a little nervy moment there for Murfitt. Sent in. Waters mopping up. Cuba, first time. Chance, put in and just wide. Spall thought he'd seize the moment. Cuba put into a nice position. That Spall, 24-year-old, has had some nice moments himself and almost so close from giving Moreland the lead. Approach the 70th minute mark. Moreland looked out at sea inside the opening 25 minutes. Since then, they've got themselves into the contest rather nicely, and despite that chance to Mo Adam to start this second half, they've had a few golden opportunities of their own. Minucci wriggling. What a battle he's had up against Diego Cuba tonight. Two architects for their respective teams. Cuba going oh so close to orchestrating some goals for Moreland. Final finish just lacking, while Minucci picking up the assist for Shifa Ahmed's earlier goal. Ball just skidding on. Ahmed picking up the scraps, but stripped of it. Sitsidis. Now they go down the wing. Kuno in full flight in a foot race. Defender went to ground. Kuno comes again. Sands and Co flooding forward. Spall. Hope all over him. Pass trying to find a Kuno picked off. Minucci pirouetting. Wanting to go long in the direction of Ahmed. Easy pickings for Kifley. Stephen Davies making further changes for Green Gully to try and unlock this Moreland defence. Shifa Ahmed given a rest to the goal scorer. Matthew Crooks coming into the contest alongside Adolf Kadakbo. Trying to pick out the fresh legs of Kadakbo. Kadakbo is quick, but he's not that quick. Ball evading him. Kadakbo, the second most goals for Green Gully last season. Linked to his name. I think he can provide the goals tonight to break the deadlock. Hope bobbling, messing with Waters, coming together in the midfield, evading the keen attention of the referee in the middle. And the other results this evening, South Melbourne coming away with the 1-0 win over the Melbourne Knights, side that Green Gully of course played the 3-3 draw with last week. Gian Albano missing for the penalty spot before Lise scoring in the 71st minute, while late drama as well in the Avondale game. Avondale scoring a 90th minute winner through Mel's to down Dandenong City with Avondale on the road. And this game sitting at 1 goal apiece with 15 minutes to go. Could there perhaps be late drama here at CB Smith's Reserve? We know how desperate Moreland are to come away with points. Draw would be next best case scenario. We would love the full 3 points, but a draw puts them at 1 win away from St Albans. Should St Albans be down by Port Melbourne tomorrow. Diego Cuba, he eats these opportunities for breakfast. To curl this in for an oncoming Moreland player. Fulton & Co making a run. Flicked on. And eventually poked free by Adams. Adam getting back with the defensive duties that time for Green Gully. Every single Green Gully player flooding in and around the box. And for Moreland, they've got 4 players back. So simple math. Green Gully should have the numbers. Kifley. Sitsidis. Jumping onto his right, pressured by Adam. Jokic goes long and goes to the right of goal. Gully looks to play it out from the back. Is there a substitution going to be made? Spall, I believe, making way. So coming into the action should be a target. Wearing the number 10. He's given a few starting appearances to start the season. Now given his opportunity off the substitutions bench. Fresh legs on for both teams. Adam just losing control as the run of hope is being made. Went to ground easily. Akuno tried to play on. Hope for the spin, but had stolen from beneath his feet. Falls kindly Sands. Got options to his left. Fulton off the substitution bench. Fletcher Fulton strikes for Moreland. And a glimmer of hope continues to shine bright on their season. Well, their leading goal scorer last year, Fletcher Fulton, was played in there by Sands. Between the legs of Murfitt, and Moreland hit the lead. Just over 10 minutes remaining. Moreland City on the precipice of a massive victory at CB Smith Reserve. Just fell kindly for Sands, who unselfishly gave it off. And Fulton on the left wing with the decisive blow for Moreland City. Gully got in response. Kadakbo losing it. Brooks gets away from Cuba. Trying to play the ball in. Seized upon there by Jurgic. Kadakbo. Hope. Gully looking for a response. Too much Touch applied on that cross, and it'll be a goal kick. What a moment for Fletcher Fulton. 21-year-old, potentially giving Moreland a crucial 3 points at home. A campaign where it's been very little joy. 9 minutes away from back-to-back wins. Dakbo, Kifley stripping him of possession. Kifley found himself trapped in the corner. Moreland win the throw. And Gully, they clawed their way back from a 2-goal deficit last week. And they draw upon that energy right here. All of a sudden, Moreland bring it back the other way. Akano left it behind him. Eventually links up with Sands, who's had a stellar game up front for Moreland. Playing himself into some form. Convincing, Markovic opening the door. Fulton. Working over Markovic, sends him to ground, fires on goal and cleared off the line. Kadakbo almost had a pinch by Cuba. Well, masterstroke it's been bringing Fulton into the contest. Now Hope, hit the deck, wins the free kick. Substitution being made. So Newman Ali to the contest along with Curtis Miley. Looks like it might be Jose Sands who will be given the early mark. Backing up last week's impressive performance with yet another here. Just some defensive reinforcements perhaps from Moreland as they try and preserve this very delicate 1-goal lead. Jose Sands, he had the double last week, and inside a penalty, and then tonight, right inside the penalty that led to Parakuno's goal from the spot kick, and then laying on the assist for Fletcher Fulton's goal right there. So Curtis Miley, fresh legs, the youngster, comes on to try and see this one out for Moreland. They'll deal with this set piece first. Floating in and around and couldn't bring it under control. Kadakbo turning. Got Kifley to deal with. Reinforcements arrive in the form of Fulton. Crooks. Shrivers. Switch of play. 5 minutes of regular time remain. and truly the enemy for Green Gully. Trying to make it 5 games unbeaten on the trot. Crooks. Now from distance, takes a deflection and just wide. Coming off Corey Thomas, the 34-year-old, getting down low, trying to head it out of danger. Didn't quite go to plan as the captain, and there's going to be a corner for Green Gully. Can Yanucci replicate his wonderful moment from the first half? Looking for a Green Gully target, sends it in, punched away, Condolian. Miley sets chase. Turn on the afterburners, wrestling there. Just losing control as experience of Kadakbo showing right there, the bigger body. We've seen Moreland be on the edge of securing points from games already this year. Only for late goals or late drama proved to be their undoing. Midway through this season, could the tide be turning perhaps? Crooks couldn't reel it in. As the rain begins to fall once again. It. Gully continue to work it forward. Throw caution the wind. Skipping forward, Markovic. Spinning, and reinforcements arrive. Will bring it back the other way. 2 minutes remaining. Tavir. Can he orchestrate? Trying to pick out the run there of Kadakbo. Crooks forced to go back to Murphy. Need to be going forward here, Green Gully. 90 seconds of regular time remains. Shrivers gets himself up past halfway. Hope just getting the wires crossed. Giffley. Hair swing from both players as Cuba hit the deck. Yanucci. Yuridakunda. Kadakbo. Couldn't bring it in. Moreland on the brink. Well, I touched on earlier, they've got a tough run of games coming up. South Melbourne, Avondale, Port Melbourne. This will be a dream result for the home team, should they come away with the full 3 points. Job not done just yet. Of course, with just one team being relegated this season. Moreland City well and truly full of belief that they're not going to be that team that goes down. Having narrowly avoided relegation last year. Not out of the woods just yet. Tavir pushed off it. Tsitsides clatters. Now cleared by Condolian. 4 minutes of added time. 4 minutes of the utmost importance for Moreland City fans. They've felt the heartbreak before, and they do not want to go through it again. Can their team cling to the points here this evening? Green Gully won't go down without a fight. Iridakunda. One there by Target. Watch the applause of the Moreland bench. Some sweaty palms. And those watching on from the Moreland City perspective. Tavir assessing options. Green Gully throwing everything but the kitchen sink at them. Miley found himself in a pickle. Gets out of it. Fletcher Fulton. He's been the difference. The goal scorer for Moreland. Hope. Couldn't thread the needle. Fulton sends it forward to Kuno. We'd love to add the icing on the cake, but Shrivers brings it away. Spiteri. Targeth winning it. Kuno trying to find a corner. Wins the throw. Moreland City holding their collective breath. They've battled away for 12 rounds in the past fortnight. Could be reaping the rewards. After being winless in their opening 12 fixtures, Moreland City a chance to make it 2 wins on the trot, but Green Gully with one last attacking raid. Looking to go through the legs, coming in, and Cetus clears the danger. It will be a Green Gully throw. How did Green Gully find the time and space in behind the Moreland line? No surprise that the numbers flooding back for the home side. Could there be one more twist in the tail, perhaps? Crooks delivers far post, wrestling forward and over the crossbar. Green Gully, they've had their opportunities in this second half. How many times have we seen them? Just wasteful in front of goal. Markovic, the guilty party this time. Seconds ticking away. Condolian in no hurry. Moreland City, they were slow to start this contest. They were well and truly battlers in this NPL Victoria competition. In the wet, in the rain, it hasn't been pretty at times. Iridakunda. Kuno. Going the way of Moreland. Just watching the seconds tick away on the clock. Gully continue to commit numbers forward. And there it is. Well, when it rains, it pours. Moreland City alive again in 2024. Winless after 12 rounds. Back-to-back wins of the utmost importance. And Moreland's battle to evade relegation this season. All of a sudden, applying the pressure back on the St Albans. Just when you thought they might have been dead and buried. They continue to rise up and give a fight in this NPL Victoria competition. 2-1 the scoreline, Moreland City over Green Gully at CB Smith Reserve. The hosts, it was a late goal to Fletcher Fulton that proved the difference. Green Gully's run of unbeaten games comes to an end. After Green Gully, they opened the scoring through Shifa Ahmed. Apai Akuno scoring from the penalty spot before Fulton's late goal, giving Moreland the full 3 points now the attention turns to St Albans, who will face Port Melbourne tomorrow. All of a sudden they look behind them, and Moreland City breathing down their necks, only trailing them by a sole point. There's still so much football to be played in this 2024 campaign. Just how important will this victory be tonight? And what was tough conditions, the rain pouring down rather heavily at times. It was scrappy, it was messy, and Moreland won't care one bit. 3 points is 3 points. So there we have it, full time. Moreland City triumphant over Green Gully. My name's Simon Rathbone. It's been a pleasure to have your company here this evening. All thanks to NPL Victoria YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed the coverage and look forward to having you with us next time.